This informational and educational video series contains 8 chapters that has to do with the state employees of California that they are in process of decertifying SEIU Local 1000 and want to replace them with their own employee association, CPPEA. Chapter 1 is about an ideal union or employee association. Chapter 2 is about what kind of organization is SEIU. Chapter 3 is about the options that we have. Chapter 4 is about what we have done so far. Chapter 5 talks about what we must do now. Chapter 6 is about what is decertification, and Chapter 7 about is when and how we are going to decertify SEIU Local 1000 and replace it with CPPEA. And Chapter 8 is about what kind of organization is CPPEA, California Professional Public Employees Association. After 4 effective and strong grassroots campaigning in order to reform SEIU, tonight we will be able to tell you and report to you and also give you the alternative of what we thought we should be doing and what should be done. In 2007, we started campaigning against the corruption of SEIU, and we thought we can reform the SEIU, but unfortunately, after trying everything that we possibly could do, from protesting and from participating in elections, going into arbitrations, and also legal actions, anything that we could do, we did, but SEIU is totally irresponsible, unaccountable, and corrupt. We could not do anything about it. And tonight, we are going to present to you 8 informational and educational video chapters, and in each one, we're going to be telling you about what we have seen, what we have done, and what should be done. Chapter 5 of 8, what we must do. Ladies and gentlemen, what we must do is very obvious. If we have a union that is basically breaching the contract with us and is defrauding us, is abusing, and is basically deceiving us all the way, we need to uproot that organization. Because we have done everything to reform, but then they have set up every situation, especially as public employees of California. We don't have that much of option, and we don't have oversight. So then therefore, as we have exhausted all of administrative remedies, everything in their policy file, everything about the law, and they do not care because there isn't really anything we can do with the exception of one thing. It is the last option, but it is doable, it is feasible, and by law is supported. That says, this is Deals Act that says that if we are not satisfied with our union, which is exclusive representative of us, so what we can do, we can get together and we can gather the signature on petition, 30% of us, and 8 months before the end of the contract, we file a petition with 30% signature support with PERB, Public Employment Relation boards of California, and then they verify those signatures. Once they verify the signatures within the bargaining unit, then they are going to schedule an election that is good, that is in control of PERB versus in control of SEIU that is corrupt. This is a leveled playground, that you really playing field, that you really can go and exercise your rights. It's democratic because it is the very simple thing. That union is going to come and say, I did this and that, which is all total lie, and you and I know that they never did anything that they're supposed to do. They didn't do bargaining, they didn't do representation, they just went and collected a very, very unfair amount of dues, 1.5% of gross income, and then they wasted it, and they didn't show us anything. A total lack of accountability and total lack of transparency. So then we have been fighting the union and all of the people that over there we are paying for their salaries, the staff that is supposed to support us, who's supposed to protect our interests and represent us like labor relation representatives. They plot us, and then they go and deceitfully try to get us in trouble, and then they plan conspiracy against us. Same thing with the attorneys of SEIU, and our elected officials are all corrupt because they have corrupted them with the money they take you. For example, all of the executives that you see, they are going and taking money the way that you don't know, and they don't show it to us, so it is buried in expenditures, and that's how they keep them quiet. More important than anything else is $16 million on top of everything, of $63 million that they gather from this 95,000 state employees in 9 bargaining units. 16 million of it goes to SEIU International, which is creating nothing but havoc in our life. And the public is just hating us because this is a political entity that taking money, for example, from our 40% Republicans or other people who don't believe that this money should be spent on political purposes, and that's what they do. So then therefore, ladies and gentlemen, we need to get rid of SEIU, and that is the only option, that the only thing we do. But we have to do decertification. So we have planned everything and got everything ready, and we're going to launch our decertification campaign in mid to end of January of 2012. We need your participation. We need you to help and to gather the signatures and then send those petitions to CPPEA. Please ask your friends to go to our video channels or YouTube channel that you see the address of is youtube.com/user/CPPEA is us. And then you're going to see these informational, educational video clips that recommended to the other people that they know what are these things are. So this is conclusion of chapter 5 of 8, and please watch the next chapter, which is chapter 6 of 8 on our YouTube channel. Thank you.